Good morning. So, this is the last couple of days of my recomp, my cut, whatever it is. And I wanted to show you what a typical day looks like for me. And also just discuss some of the things I've learned, because it's been an awful lot. We're headed to Quest Diagnostics to get my blood drawn. I'm gonna do testosterone and lipids and a bunch of other stuff, whatever Coach Russ ordered. So just gonna see where I'm sitting before we go into an off-season type phase. Let's start with talking about that, what the plans are and what's going on. I am going to be competing in March and then again in April. And the reason we're doing that is because I first competed at the Wasatch Warrior in 2022. So I thought it would be really cool to do the same show 2 years later, which that's kind of what I was planning on originally anyway. My goal was to gain 100 pounds in that time, and then cut down and do a show, but I took that a little bit too far and started getting really fat, so that's probably not going to happen. I went from 156 at my show to, I probably peaked at like 203, 204, so about 50 pounds up. And then during this recomp, I've gone from about that weight to about 180, so a 20-pound difference, but I look crazy different, so it's nice. But to get there, because I'm lean enough now, we're gonna do a short off season from now until, I want to say, January, depending on how much fat I gain, which is hopefully none over the next couple months. But we just want to work on weak points and putting on size on the upper body. So the other reason we're doing April and March for shows is the March show is going to be like a warm-up show, just to practice the peak, see how I look, get ready, and then really refine everything for the April show. And if I win, which I will, in fact, I'm going to win an overall for either classic or bodybuilding. I don't know. I'm going to do both divisions just to get experience and, increase my chances of winning. But if I do win, I will get qualified for nationals for not only 2024 but also 2025. So that means I could theoretically compete in April and then go straight into an off season until September or even October of 2025, and then do whatever national show is in November or December. So that gives me a ton of time to work with to just get really, really big, and that would be the goal. So if I can put on enough size in that time, I have a better chance at winning a pro card at nationals. So we'll just see what happens. But I also think it would be cool if I do both divisions at both shows and win a bunch of first places. That's just a bunch of trophies to start my little trophy shelf. So the more the better, and I'm gonna film everything. We're gonna vlog everything that happens, and that's kind of the purpose of filming today, is to talk about how the past few months have been and what I've learned, and and get myself on a trajectory to be filming more frequently. This is hard for me to do, so I just need to film. It's that simple. Just film what's going on, so that way you guys can see what the day-to-day look like, and maybe learn a thing or two, or at least be entertained. So I'll film my food through the day so you can see what my end of the cut diet looks like, 'cause it's rough. It's been killing me. So let's skip ahead to that. Okay, so just got my blood drawn. Should know in maybe 5 days what the results are. And this is meal number 1. So this is a cup and a half of fresh fruit with 2 single serve yogurt cups of the Oikos protein. So this is actually a little bit different than what I did for the majority of this cut, which not that this is a cheat or anything. This is in my plan, but I had the option as well to do 2 scoops of protein with 2 slices of bread. And for a while there, I could have a tablespoon of almond butter or peanut butter, natural peanut butter, with that. So I would make a PB&J and use sugar-free 5-calorie jam. So that technically counted as an approved sauce. So I'd put a serving of that with my little PB&J and some protein. I'm really digging the fruit right now. The volume is really nice. I do miss my PB&J though, but I can't have peanut butter yet. So in a couple days, we'll get there. Honestly, I am so excited to not feel so hungry all the time that I feel the impulsive need to like lick this thing clean. Because I'm sitting here like scraping all the little things because I just like I'm dying here. Like, and this makes a difference right here. So I think that's maybe one of the things that I've learned. Thing number 1 that I've learned would be to eat my food slow, because when I do eat, I'm usually so hungry that I just want to slam it back as fast as I can, but then it's over all of a sudden. So I've learned to slow things down a little bit and enjoy my food. And my wife makes such good bodybuilding food, like all within the rules and whatever that I've got on my plan, and she makes it work. So it's really enjoyable, which is a double-edged sword, because then I'm not miserable, but I just want to eat quadruple what I'm allowed to. So yeah, slow it down, that'll help. The last of the fruit. And now I'm just going to sit here and scrape the bowl over and over and get like a whole gram of yogurt out of it. I'm so hungry. Alright, I'm on camera, so now I feel weird about it. So we're gonna be adults here and just put the container away. I don't need to lick it. I don't need it. Here's. Okay, I'm stopped for a second. I had to get gas, but this is a good time to talk about water. I just bought this new one. It's a gallon. And then I fill this up with ice. I want to say this is 2 liters or something. Fill it up with ice and then the rest with water, and I'll drink that with an electrolyte salt drink, and then throughout the day I'll use the gallon to fill that up, and I usually will flavor the gallon. That way I've got flavoring all day. It just changes. I did have an issue with way too much soda. I had a day where I drank like 2.5 or 3 liters of soda in one day, and I was like, oh, this is a problem. So, and the reason being is like I'm so hungry all the time, and it's nice to have something flavored, and soda's just fun. But recently I've been trying to get away from that so that I can focus on just water. And it's kind of crazy because when I did that, I started drinking way more water. Like I'm hitting 5 liters a day on average, something like that. So, and I'm curious with this. Yeah, so this is 3.79 liters for 1 gallon. So, yeah, I think we'll hit 5 because I'll probably finish a lot of this before I even work out, and then during the workout I'll finish the rest, and then water with my last 2 meals of the day. So, yeah, that's one of those things I learned, is that, you know, you gotta keep flavored water in the mix, sugar-free, obviously, and then you know, drink a lot of water just to help your stomach not feel so hungry all the time. Also, I've got, can't really see those, I got a lot of vitamins and stuff. This is athlete support that I got from my gym, and it's got like a bunch of crap in it. It's just crazy, but it's a good thing because you know, I want to be really healthy and vitamined up, and I want my organs working well, so this will do it. The little white pill that is in there is just an allergy pill, so, you know, it doesn't really fix everything, but it helps take the edge off because I work outside and I'm allergic to everything that's outside. So let's see if I can choke these down in one go. I'm gonna try all 7. So, not as bad as I thought, but usually I do 3 and 3, but I'm already so late for work, and I mean, it's like 8:20, so it's not that bad, but I had to ask my coworker to, you know, do some stuff for me until I got there. Today we're going with grape flavor, so it should be tasty, and I'm just gonna freaking load it up because that's, you know what makes me really sad is it's not purple. If you're gonna make a grape flavor or something, it needs to be purple. Gotta do a couple taste tests. It's good, but not good enough. And that should be fine. I'm just gonna call it. And let me show you the other stuff. So this is what it is. It's called Element, and I don't know, is that how you do that? Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Element, LMNT, which is, I think that's kind of funny. It's got 1,000 mg of sodium, 200 potassium, and 60 magnesium. And I think for me, the magnesium makes the biggest difference, just with like avoiding muscle cramps and all that kind of stuff. Trying to figure out what flavor I want. Yeah, we're gonna go with grapefruit. I did orange yesterday, so the citrus one is the most powerful flavor. No, that's not true. The watermelon is super powerful, almost to the point where it doesn't taste very good. Like salty watermelon that's too strong, not my thing. But every now and then, if I'm feeling like I want really strong flavors, I'll have it. The citrus is their best, I think. That's the way to go. But that doesn't mean any of their flavors are bad. I think it's just like the most balanced, and they've got that flavor down. So I'll load this up and then get back on the road because I still have like 20 minutes to go to get to the office, and then from there load up all my stuff, change my clothes, and then another 20 minutes to the stinking job site. It's crazy. It's just like half my day is driving, which I guess is nice because I can get paid to just listen to music and watch YouTube while I drive. But you know, it kind of puts a damper on things when you know, when I want to go home, but I know I've got 2 hours ahead of me of driving. So makes things hard, but it's not so bad. Oh, Park City drivers, old folks, a lot of money, don't know how to drive. Like this person just turned into the parking lot and freaking took over both lanes and like stopped just diagonally in the roadway. I was thinking, what purpose does that serve? Why? Step on it, Grandma. The problem with having so much ice in this stainless steel jug is that when I'm trying to mix up the salt packet into it, if I do the ice and water first and the salt packets last to go like it was today, it doesn't mix well, so you sometimes get just like a mouthful of salt. So hopefully that didn't happen, but we'll see here in a minute, I'm sure. Alrighty, so this is meal number 2. So this is 7 ounces of fish, 100 grams of cooked rice, 15 grams of peanut butter, and a bunch of cabbage in there with some I think it's 5-calorie sauce, and it's like orange ginger sauce. It's pretty good. This is one of my favorite meals because the flavors just go together so freaking well. I really like it. Amanda's done a great job of making everything taste good. So I'm gonna eat a little bit of this while I think of something I've learned. I think the thing that has made the biggest difference with this cut versus other times I've done something similar is having a specific plan and sticking to it and not cutting corners. I feel like in the beginning of this, I wasn't losing weight very fast. I was starting to lean out and looking better, but it was kind of slow progress. And Russ pulled me in and we talked about it, and so I did kind of an audit of myself, and I found out that I was mismeasuring some things and eyeballing the rice and whatever, right? Which is a bad idea, especially if you're hungry, because you're going to eyeball way over what you should be having. And I was also not really snacking, but you know, if there were cookies, I'd take a bite of the cookie, you know, every now and then. And you know, a couple times a week of that does add up. It's not very much, but it's enough to slow your progress, and then you have to diet for longer. And so doing things with exactness makes a huge difference. So if you have a specific plan, do it to the gram. And like, I haven't missed a meal this whole time. I haven't cheated on a meal. I've done it as perfectly as I can. I didn't skip cardio, didn't skip workouts, nothing. I did get sick at one point, so that's a little different, but I still didn't go off my meal plan. But I mean, people say consistency is key, and it really is, but I feel like some of that is lost, like as to what that means. Like, okay, if I consistently do anything, I'll just suddenly be big and lean. And it's like, no, it's consistency with a specific plan and adjusting it properly as you go. And you know, and then consistency with the cardio and all that kind of stuff makes a huge difference over time. This is legit heavenly. I look forward to this meal so much. I feel so dumb. I I just ate my meal. This is my third meal. Didn't film it. I was talking on the phone to some people for work and just didn't think about it. So meal 3 is 120 grams of rice, 7 ounces of chicken, and nothing else. So it's a very different meal from the first one. The first meal, or sorry, it was meal 2. So the fish, rice, cabbage, peanut butter, very, very different flavors from this one because I don't do cabbage in it, and I do mustard with a little bit of hot sauce and a little bit of sugar-free Polynesian sauce, which is so freaking good. That combo is crazy. Very tasty. I'm grateful for the extra 20 grams of rice that are in it. But it was awesome. I'm excited for it to get bigger. So here's something else I learned. So compared to other times that I've dieted to try to lose body fat and keep my muscle and all that, I've gone by feel, and you know, I would have a loose plan, but then I was often ruled by just how I was feeling and how hungry I was. And the point is this, that it's okay to not feel great. When you're dieting really hard and you're working out hard and you're doing a lot of cardio, it just doesn't feel good. You know, if you've got digestive problems and it gets really bad, then you know that's something else. But to just feel low energy or feel like your pumps aren't as good is normal and should be expected. And to pair with that, you can't skip your workouts, you can't skip your cardio. You know, every piece fits together for a reason and is in there for a reason. And in fact, the more that you push yourself on those things, the more likely you are to keep the muscle that you want to keep and be exclusively losing body fat. So just, you know, stick to your plan. Remember that it's okay to not feel wonderful all the time. You're going to feel hungry, you're going to feel tired, low energy, pumps aren't going to be as good, probably going to lose a little bit of strength. But if you push through that mentally and force yourself to work as hard as possible, you'll see success sooner. And nobody wants to diet longer than they absolutely have to, so it's worth it to do that. So I'm going to show you a couple of my crutches for getting through the day, because it's like 4:30 and I ate my last meal at around 1:30, something like that. So mints, whichever ones you like, gum, whichever you like. They're not a whole lot of calories, so unless you eat this entire tin or something like that, which I'm very tempted to occasionally, then it's, you know, it's not enough calories to mess you up. The other thing is I'm so tired today. I broke down, got a Monster because I just needed something. I haven't had a whole lot of caffeine lately because I'm trying to get away from that, but today's not the day, because I usually am not here this late. Like, I'm usually on my way home by now, but I have a lot to do, and I'm gonna be here for a while. I still have a lot of stuff going on, so and that's also why I'm waiting to eat. Usually I would eat about now as a pre-workout, but I'm gonna wait until I'm leaving to go home so that I have something to look forward to after I'm done with work. Use your crutches when you need to, and you know, try to get the timing of the meals to work properly, but I honestly kind of save them to feel like I'm rewarding myself at work. Like, I'm gonna wait until after I do X, Y, and Z to eat. You know, that way feel like there's some sort of incentive to work quickly. But I'm gonna enjoy my little treats. I'll update you when I do eat my meal someday. I am so freaking hungry. It's like 6 o'clock, so I'm way past the time that I should be eating. And I'm still in Park City, and I live in Kaysville. This probably doesn't make any sense. Anyway, it's like an hour drive from here to the office that I work for, which I have to go to because I have to drop some stuff off. That little blue line right there. That's a cooler with some concrete in it. But then I have to go home. I get one rest day a week, and I can rotate it through whichever day suits me best. And I try to save it for Sunday so that I can just relax on Sundays. But it's 6 p.m., an hour to the office, drop stuff off, 20 minutes to the gym, a 2-hour workout plus cardio. I'll be home at like tomorrow. So I'm gonna take my rest day today. I'm just gonna go home, do cardio, maybe a little bit of abs because I'm doing my check-in tomorrow morning. And then I'm just gonna do arms tomorrow and legs on Sunday. So yeah, but back to the main reason you're here, which is to see what I eat to get freaking shredded. This is just a bunch of cottage cheese with a bunch of peaches. So I've probably said this like 8 times, but Amanda really is just good at making food awesome. So this isn't just plain cottage cheese and peaches. This is cottage cheese with pineapple drink flavoring that's 0 calories and cinnamon on top. And oh man, my mouth's watering so hard. Food at last. That's something else that I've learned is sometimes you gotta take a rest day. You need to know when to tell your body it's time to chill. It's not often, but it's important to be able to tell where that line is. You don't want to be making yourself sick or injure yourself. So, don't go easy on yourself, but don't go so hard that you hurt yourself. I guess the caveat to that would be make sure your coach knows about it. If you have a coach or a trainer, honesty is the best key. Honesty is the the key, the best way. Just be open with them, because then they can help you work around those things. There's been several days where I work this late, I get home at 9 or 10 p.m. and I have to wake up at 2 the next morning to go back to work. And on those days, we treat things a little differently, except for the food. He never gives me more food. It's not fair. But speaking of that, he sent me my new meal plan. And in the past, when I've dieted, I've made the big mistake. Here's another thing I've learned and or am about to learn. When you're finishing out a cut or a recomp phase or whatever, you're dieting down, don't turn it around so fast. Your body's really sensitive to food. And so if I were just to go crazy and all of a sudden go from 16 to 1800 calories like I am now to 5,000, I'm gonna get fat. I'm just gonna get real fat real fast. Freaky fast. And so what we want to do is use that sensitivity to food to promote muscle growth instead of fat gain. So the food is coming up. I'll be at like, I think it was 21 to 2200 calories, so that's up a little bit. The carbs are coming up, the fats are coming back in, and from there, as my body grows, and if I'm not adding fat and I'm just adding muscle, the food will continue to grow each week or every couple of weeks, however he wants to do it. So just take it slow. Try to retain the conditioning that you've earned through dieting. Don't go buck wild thinking you're just gonna get huge and stay lean if you eat a bunch. It's not how it works. Well, that's all for now. For you, this is gonna be just a split second and I'll be home eating my next meal. But for me, it's like 2-3 hours away. It's very sad. All right, this is meal 5. This is the plainest meal, just chicken, nothing. It used to be, I want to say, no, I think it was always just chicken.
Chicken and pineapple.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, it used to be chicken and pineapple. And then chicken and almond butter. And then just chicken or just fish, which fish alone isn't too bad. And I have a few different sauces that make this not so bad, but you know, when you've worked a lot or had a really good workout or just tired, it's, you know, it's better than nothing. So I don't really have a tip. I'm trying to think of one. I guess I didn't learn as much as I thought I had. But since I'm taking the day off, I still have to do cardio. So I'm gonna do cardio after this and then eat meal 6. So see you then. It's actually the next morning. I forgot to film my last meal, but it's really simple. It's just a protein shake. And I wanted to explain why I do this one because Bucked Up has 3 different kinds, right? This is just the original protein. They do have a keto version. And I bought this thinking, oh, that just means it has no carbs. And then I drank it and it's the most delicious protein I've ever had in my whole life. But that's because it has 7 grams of carbs and 22 grams of fat. So if you don't care about the calories, this one is the way to go because it's delicious. This one is like maybe 1% less delicious, but the macros are a lot better because it's 1.5 grams of fat, 4 grams of carbs, and 25 grams of protein. So a much better ratio here. And then they do have one that has digestive enzymes in it, but it throws off the flavor just a little bit. So I just do this one and then I have my own enzymes. So I take 2 scoops of this and go to bed, and that's pretty much my whole day. So, oh, that's right. This is also for digestion. So we add this into the protein because it helps with your gut lining and a bunch of other stuff. So it's in there, makes me feel good. Okay, so that's what I eat in a day. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned a little bit of something. And my growth diet plan is starting. So in a few weeks, we'll do another update just to show you what that looks like. It's not as wildly different as I wish it was, but that's okay. Make sure you like and subscribe, and drop a comment below if you have any questions about how all this works.